Danielle Steel Family Ties. All right, he said hesitantly, not wanting to intrude on her private life. She had already jotted down her address on a piece of paper and handed it to him. He saw that she lived in the East Village, not far from the university, in a run-down neighborhood. You are sure you don't mind? He asked, feeling like a kid. She seemed so motherly to him, although she probably wasn't that much older than he was. I won't stay long. Don't be silly. Once the kids are in bed, I will have plenty of time. He nodded and thanked her again, and his day went better after that. He was relieved that she had offered to help him. He knew he needed it in this one class. He had another class afterward, then went to the library to do some studying and stopped to eat dinner in a dinner. Before his appointment at the assistant professor's house at 9, he arrived at her building 5 minutes early, and it was freezing out, so he went in. The building smelled of urine and cabbage and cats, and he rang the bell and took the stairs to the third floor, two at a time. Seeing the building made him realize how little money she must make at her job, and he wondered if he should be offering her some kind of tutoring fee for helping him. But he didn't want to insult her. He rang the doorbell, and he could hear children laughing inside. Apparently they hadn't gone to bed on time, and Betty looked flustered when she opened the door to him. She was wearing a pink V-neck sweater, jeans and bare feet, and her long curly blonde hair made her look younger than she was. And the little girl standing just behind her looked like a miniature of her, with ringlets and big blue eyes. This is Jessica, Betty said formally as she smiled at him, and she doesn't want to go to bed. She had cupcakes after dinner, and she has on a sugar high. She was 7, and she cutest kid Ted had ever seen. And as he talked to her for a few minutes, her brother Justin whizzed past them, faster than the speed of sound. He said as he flew by. He had on a Superman cape over his pajamas, and Jessica was wearing a pink flannel nightgown that looked well worn. It's my favorite, the little girl explained, and then followed her mother and Ted into the living room, where Justin flew over the couch and landed on the floor with a loud thud. Okay, you two, that's it. Ted and I have to do some studying, and I don't care how many cupcakes you had. It's time to go to bed. It was already an hour past their bedtime, and the living room looked a shambles with toys all over the place. The apartment was small. There were 2 bedrooms, the living room, and a kitchen, and Petty said it was rent controlled. The university housing office had found it for her, and she was grateful to have it. She said the babysitter she used lived downstairs, and since the divorce it was a perfect arrangement. She promised to return in 5 minutes after she put the kids to bed, and in the end it took half an hour, while Ted read his contracts book and made a list of questions for her. By the time he finished his list, Petty had repaired